An all brand new game mode has arrived on F1 22, the Elimination Event. Climb the grid and stay on track in our new limited time event. This was a surprise, had no idea it was coming. Don't think anyone did. They just dropped it in the latest patch update, a limited timed multiplayer event, and today we're checking it out for the very first time. So the general gist of it is basically if you're last place and your name's on the top right and the timer is about to run out, you're in trouble and you're eliminated from the race. I jumped in. This was my very first race, trying this all out, so I didn't really know what to expect in terms of what the racing would be like and also just how it would work, basically. But it seems like it's every 40 seconds someone gets eliminated. We go around the outside of, I think, like 5-6 cars there. There's quite a scramble in turn one between some of the real players and then the rest of the grid of AI cars, as you can see, noted clearly by the heads-up display. But yeah, since this was the first race, I think I've recorded this like an hour after it first came in the game mode at 4 PM UK time, so I recorded about 5, so, you know, people getting back from school or work or uni or whatever, so I don't know, it wasn't populated as much, but I suspect a lot of people, like myself, had no idea this was even a game mode. Cody's, EA, why wasn't this advertised a bit more? I don't know, maybe they just wanted to drop a surprise like this, and it is quite a neat surprise, because this is their first kind of foray, really, into like a party-style game mode, where it's not really serious racing. It's, you know, a very different concept to anything we have in Formula 1 with like an elimination style. I mean, I know we had elimination quali back in the day, like for, you know, brief amount of time in 2016, and there were different qualifying styles in the years gone by, and they maybe weren't as popular. But I am all for these kind of little party game modes. Like this, literally, this is the first multiplayer race I've played on this game since probably month 1 of the launch of this game. So this literally got me back online playing this game because it's just something new, a bit interesting, you know, piques my interest a little bit. So at this point, we're just kind of getting through the AI cars, but we are catching up to 2 actual people who are in P1 and 2. At this point now, we've got everyone up to P8 eliminated. So now the pressure feels a bit more real, actually having 2 IRL people actually racing ahead of me in 1 and 2, because as soon as those AI players, and I think a few of the stragglers who are also in the race, get eliminated, it's just us 3 then, and it's a case of, you know, maybe last minute you launch it if you're about to get eliminated just to stay in, potentially. I don't know, it depends on how it lines up, because you could be in a place where you've got DRS and the elimination comes up, or you could be in a corner and it might be unfortunate if you can't do anything to actually get past the car ahead. So quite an interesting game mode in that kind of aspect, because you just never truly know where you're going to be. And in this case, I actually got spun round trying to make a move on P2, auto reset, and quite kindly the person in P2 who did spin on the rear end of actually waited up for me. To be honest, I don't think it was fully his fault, to be honest. I was on the inside, and I think he just grazed the wall and kind of bounced back off the wall. So kind of just a coming together, a bit of ping pong going on. But he was kind enough to let me on, and I believe actually he joins me in the second race as well. So fair play. I mean, it helped me out a little bit to kind of just test out and see what it's like, basically. Because now you can see on the top 3 there, it's just us 3 left. So 3 actual players now left in the game. P1 slows up. It's like these 2 know I'm making a video here, because now the pressure's on. It felt a bit more tense, going a bit too wide to turn 1, trying to catch up to P1. Now it's just me and first place in it, and we're so close to being eliminated. 10 seconds left on the clock. We've got a bit of ERS there, DRS as well. We get the launch, but I choose the left-hand side to try and make a move. Doesn't work out for me, and just at the end, we're going to narrowly lose out for P1 there. I probably should have stuck to the right-hand side, because he just blocked off the left, which is fair play. That's exactly what it's all about, I guess, with elimination mode, is you're going to try and be uber aggressive at defending, basically. But no, as a first taster, I really did enjoy that. I want to see more of these styles of game modes where it's not like IRL F1. There's a different way of, you know, losing the race or being eliminated, or, you know, winning the race, for example. And, you know, I think people knew and you'll kind of see it in the second one, I guess, as well. People knew it was more of a kind of casualer game mode, you know, maybe defending a little bit harder than you would do if it was like a normal league race or online race, because you're just trying to make sure you're not the next person eliminated. But then also there's that thing of maybe working together to catch up to people who are still ahead of you. So in this second race, like I said, we had a lot more people, actual people racing in this. So I think we had about maybe 10 or 11 actual people, and there was 9 AI cars filling up a 20-car grid. We start on P12. Probably took this a bit too conservatively. I maybe could have, in hindsight, be a bit more aggressive into turn 1. But also at the same time, didn't want to get spun, because of course the worst nightmare would be like that guy on the right-hand side. You got span, and you're going to get eliminated pretty damn soon if you do get span around. So trying to keep it as clean as I could, but then also trying to make some moves on the AI cars up ahead in P10 and 9. We've got one of the guys who joined me at Canada side by side with me, but we get the launch on him. And then also on the AI cars up into P10. And then we're looking to try and make a move on the next one in the next section. But already people getting eliminated, and we've only gone into Sector 1. So initially at the start, if you're at the back of the grid, I'm sure it's going to be very tense. But I think from what I've played briefly in this game mode, I actually think a little tweak that would make this even more fun is if, one, the cars themselves, the performance was maxed out cars to make things go even quicker, and then the elimination timer was even shorter and everything was so much more intense. Because I felt like if you were at the front from the get-go, it would be a little bit dull, because you're just waiting for that point where you're like the last 5 or 3 cars basically left in the race. But at the start, if you're at the back, it's quite tense. And obviously if you make a mistake like JGS15 did there in the last sector, obviously myself and the car ahead of me in the grey got ahead quite quickly there. So, you know, if you do make a mistake, you do get punished for it, and you are going to get eliminated pretty damn quickly. So we go around the outside in Sector 3, up into P7 now. At the moment, only 17 cars left in it, but slowly everyone will start tumbling down the order, and we're trying our best to claw as many cars in between ourselves and the last place, the elimination spot. I must say, to be fair, to give it to the AI, the online AI, very aggy, as they always are online there. That AI giving no room at all into turn 1, having to get the elbows out. And then one of the drivers joining me in the Canadian race joined me here for what is about to become a bit of a ding-dong battle, to be fair, at Spain. I have a hunch he was maybe just playing around with me for the sake of maybe he clocked he was going to be in the video, I don't know, but it just seemed like he was maybe giving me an easier time maybe than some other online players would. I don't know. We'll see if he comments below in the video, I guess. And if you do, fair play, mate. I had a lot of fun with you, just having a bit of a scrap side by side and just having a bit of fun wheel to wheel here. All the while, in the top right, you're seeing players getting dropped like flies every 40 seconds as they get eliminated, basically. But yeah, I reckon this game mode has some potential if it was even more intense, with shorter eliminations, quicker cars, quicker, you know, going around the lap, basically, so you get more laps under your belt and a bit more wheel-to-wheel action, maybe. Even things like, you know, having DRS from the get-go or unlimited ERS, I think would add to this game mode, in my opinion, to make it even more intense. But it was clear, I think it's clear from the way they dropped this game mode, like, just like surprisingly, you know, in the latest patch. I think it was basically a feeler to see how many people like myself, who don't play online at all pretty much, would jump onto online just because of this game mode, and a bit of, you know, research maybe into how many people are enjoying this game mode and give good feedback. But yeah, if anyone from Cody's or EA are watching, feedback from me, I think make the races even shorter and more intense, so you get more different, you know, different lobbies with these elimination rounds. But in this second race, I had a lot of fun having a little scrap with our friend from Canada in the first elimination event, and now it is time for me versus him, because at the moment his game tag's in the top right, but I unfortunately make a bit of an error there, going a bit deep into that left-hander, and he's gone through. So now, once again, I am under pressure as the timer goes down from 10 seconds now until I'm eliminated in this race. But like I went deep into left-hander there, he goes deeper through that left-hander. We get back down the inside, back up into P5, and we just narrowly escape elimination. But unfortunately, the car ahead of me, 8.2 seconds ahead, going to be quite a stretch to really catch up to him. So I'll be finishing up in P6 then, it looks like, in this second ever elimination race. But enjoyable from briefly from these 2 races what I played. Enjoyable. I think there is definitely a bit more potential there if you do get a full lobby of actual people rather than, you know, half and half with AI. And then, like I said, I reckon having shorter time spans and quicker cars, unlimited ERS and stuff like that could help out as well, make them even more intense. But I rate this. I like this. A little addition, limited time. I want more of this, EA and Cody, so bring on some more if you do have some in the pipeline. But that's been this video, guys. Just wanted to show you this brand new game mode, because it's not often we get a whole new game mode, multiplayer or single player, in the game so late, you know, December time into the game cycle. So I thought it's definitely worth a little video just to kind of showcase the new mode and get your guys' thoughts. Will you be trying out for yourself when you have some time, potentially? You know, if you're not a person who plays online, will this tempt you to maybe try it? Let me know in the comments below, because I'm sure Cody's will also be asking the same sort of questions. But if you're around here, then do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.